Like many people around the Red Line area, Phyllis Puff grew up in a family of cigar makers. She even has a picture of herself among the employees of
L.D. Fry and Son, and it's F-R-Y-E and Son. And he was my grandfather. As you can see here, there's a little person sitting in the front row. That little person was me. My grandfather started the business. They started it in New Bridgeville, or as people know it, by Conrad's. He then took in my uncle. My uncle was named Ivan Fry. And they continued on with the business. And in this picture, which has about 100 people, several of them were relatives. I had an uncle working there, an aunt working there, my mother worked there, my father worked there, other relatives worked there. But this 100-some people supplied jobs for a lot of people in a community. In my teens, I would work weekends. And when I started working weekends, I was considered a cigar packer. That was the person that after the cigar was made, who then packed them in the boxes. Everyone in the Red Line area had a cigar factory someplace. My parents started theirs down on 74 in a building that was called the Murphy's Store, and it's no longer there. They demolished it a couple years ago. So they started, and that's when I started to do rolling of cigars. I rolled part-time. I went to college because I decided this was not what I wanted to do for my livelihood. I went to college, and I came home weekends, and I was back to packing cigars again. I didn't do any rolling from then on. So that once I graduated from college and got a job teaching, I no longer needed this occupation.
On May 22nd, Phyllis, who is retired from teaching at York College, will demonstrate the craft she grew up with during a day-long program at the York County Heritage Trust Agricultural and Industrial Museum.
It's a sad story to tell, but when the business was dismantled, is the best way to say it, so many of the bands, which would have been there by the hundreds and bundled together, they just sort of trashed them. And molds were trashed and things like that, only because everybody just saw it as the end of the business.